last class, we have studied about the behavior of light at the interface of two medium. And the first phenomena from that was the reflection of light. Second phenomena was the refraction of light, and third phenomena was absorption of light. So first we start the reflection of light. And reflection of light means to say when the light rays strikes on a surface, then it bounces back into the same medium after striking on a surface. Yes, and that bounce back of rays of light is called, yes, Devansh, bouncing back of light into the same medium after striking on the interface between two medium is called the reflection of light. Okay, okay. The reflection of light is the phenomena.
So we have to write with you.
Yes, the phenomena of bouncing back of light into the same medium after striking on the interface between two medium is called reflection of light. It's called reflection of light. And what we have, there are two types of the reflection of light. There are two types of the there are two types of the reflection of light. First one is regular reflection, and second one is irregular reflection. Irregular reflection. And first we understand that the regular reflection of light. First one is regular reflection. What do you mean by regular reflection? When the rays of light, which are parallel to each other. Suppose we have a plane surface like this, and this is the reflecting surface, and the rays of light falls on it. The rays of light falls on it, which are parallel to each other. And we can say the parallel beam of light. Yes or no, beta? We can say it is a parallel beam of light, and after striking on a surface, it reflected into the same medium, and we get a parallel beam of light of reflected rays. Means to say this is a parallel beam of light, of incident rays, and this is also the parallel beam of light. So what we have, when the parallel beam of light strikes on the surface and after the reflection we get a parallel beam of light, then it is called the regular reflection of light. Yes or no, beta? It is called the regular reflection of light. It is called the regular reflection of light. Yes or no, beta?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
so we can write the phenomena due to which a parallel beam of light a parallel beam of light
So we have to write with you or you
yes
are
yes beta
explaining it.
yes the parallel beam of light reflects as a parallel beam of as a parallel beam of reflected rays then it is called the regular reflection. It is called regular reflection, and the regular reflection takes place. What are the surfaces from where the regular reflection takes place?
Smooth surface.
Smooth surface. It can take place from still water and highly polished metal and polished मिरर. और मिरर कैसा होना चाहिए बेटा? स्मूथ होना चाहिए. Okay, that's it. So the regular reflection can take place only on the still water, a highly polished metal, or polished mirror. Then regular reflection can take place. Regular reflection means to say if a parallel beam of light strikes on a surface, it bounces back into the same medium as a parallel beam of reflected rays. Then it is called the regular reflection of light. Yes or no, beta?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Note it down first, then we'll move on. Okay, let's start the next. And the next is irregular reflection. Irregular reflection. Okay, what do you mean by irregular reflection? When a parallel beam of light strikes on a surface, then after the reflection, we get a beam of light which is not a parallel beam. Means to say the light rays can be reflected into the any random directions. That is called the irregular reflection. And the irregular reflections can take place. Suppose this is the surface, like irregular surface. Yes or no, beta? This is the irregular surface like this. Okay, this is the irregular surface, and this is painted here, and this will work as a reflecting surface. Yes or no, beta?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Silvering.
and what will happen when a parallel beam of light falls on it? Parallel beam of light means to say the rays which are parallel to each other. Yes or no?
So the reflected rays will not be parallel.
Yes, the reflected rays will not be parallel to each other, and that is called the irregular reflection of light. So first, if I draw the reflected rays, so first I have to draw the normal here. Yes or no, beta? And the reflected ray will be like this. Yes or no? And in this case, the normal is here, and the reflected ray is like this. Yes, beta. And the normal is here in third case, and the reflected ray will be like this. Yes. So we can get the ray of light. in which the ray of light can propagate in any random direction, and that is called the irregular reflection of light. Yes or no?
सर
Yes or no? हाँ बेटा बोलिए.
सर नॉर्मल हमेशा 90 डिग्री रहते हैं ना?
हाँ बेटा. तो देखो यहाँ पर बेटा, यहाँ पर समझो, जैसे यहाँ पर अगर मैं आपको नॉर्मल की बात करूं तो यहाँ पर देखो ये जो सरफेस होगी बेटा ऐसे होगी, देखो. यस और नो?
यस सर.
सरफेस ऐसे होगा तो नॉर्मल तो ऐसे ही होगा बेटा, देखो इसके
यस
परपेंडिकुलर
सर.
ड्रॉ करेंगे, है ना. तो वैसे ही यहाँ पर जब हम सरफेस को देखेंगे तो यहाँ पर सरफेस कुछ इस तरह से होगा, देखो, है ना. तो यहाँ पर जो
यस सर.
नॉर्मल होगा वो इस तरह से होगा. यस और नो बेटा?
यस सर.
है ना. तो इसीलिए हमारे
यस
पास
सर.
जो नॉर्मल होगा वो किसी भी सरफेस के परपेंडिकुलर होता है ऑलवेज, है ना.
यस सर.
Okay beta, so write down the irregular reflection, the phenomena of the phenomena of due to which due to which a parallel beam of light a parallel beam of light reflects a parallel beam of light
सर द
reflect
फेनोमेनन ऑफ, सर उसके आगे भी कुछ होगा ना?
the phenomenon of due to which, तो बोला ना बेटा, वो फिनोमेना जिसकी वजह से हमारे पास में क्या होगा, पैरेलल बीम ऑफ लाइट जो होगा वो किसी भी रैंडम डायरेक्शन में प्रोपोगेट होगा.
ओके.
Complete a beta statement, don't worry. The phenomenon of due to which a parallel beam of light reflect in all possible directions, all possible directions, then it is called irregular reflection of light. It is called irregular reflection of light. Yes or no beta? Yes. And it can take place, अब देखो irregular reflection of कहाँ से होगा बेटा? It can take place, it can take it can take place can take place from ground, trees, एंड जो भी आप हमें हमारे अराउंड जो भी ऑब्जेक्ट होता है बेटा उन पे कौन सा रिफ्लेक्शन होता है, इरेगुलर रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ होता है ना. इरेगुलर रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट होता है. जो भी आपके अराउंड अगर कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट है, सपोज आपके पास में चेयर रखी है तो चेयर हो सकता है बेटा, डेस्क हो सकता है. ओके, तो आपके अराउंड जो भी ऑब्जेक्ट होंगे उनसे कौन सा रिफ्लेक्शन होता है बेटा, irregular reflection, and which are not smooth. ठीक है. And irregular reflection is responsible for the visualization of the object. आपको कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट आपके अराउंड प्रेजेंट है, ठीक है, वो क्यों दिखाई देता है बेटा, ड्यू टू द irregular reflection of light. एक बार एग्जाम में ऐसे पूछा गया है क्वेश्चन, that we can see the object around us due to which, option A regular reflection, option B irregular reflection, option C both A and B, and option D none of the above. Then which option is correct?
Irregular reflection.
Irregular reflection object. So note down here, we can see any object around us due to irregular reflection of light. Due to irregular reflection of general terms related to the reflection of light. Reflection of light. Okay, beta. Now see the diagram very carefully. Then use the scale and pencil to draw the diagram, so you can erase your mistakes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now first suppose this is a plane mirror. Then beta, this is a plane mirror. This is a plane mirror, and plane mirror is always polished at one side. Yes or no, beta?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So basically, we can say that it is a smooth polished surface. It is called smooth polished surface, or we can say it mirror. Yes or no, beta? Any smooth polished surface from which a regular reflection can take place is called mirror. Yes or no, beta? Yes. Now,
Can you repeat your statement?
any
What you told?
smooth polished surface from which a regular reflection of light can take place is called the mirror. Yes or no, beta? So here, this is the ray which travels towards the mirror. The ray of light which travels towards the mirror is called
Incident ray.
incident ray. Very good. Is called incident ray, and incident ray, and the ray which is reflected into the same medium,
Reflected ray.
is called reflected ray.
Reflected
Yes or
ray.
no, beta? That is called reflected ray. And here it is an important term is the normal.
Normal.
Yes, is the normal, and normal is an imaginary surface which is always perpendicular to the surface. Always perpendicular to the surface. And there are some important terms related to the reflection of light, and the another terms are,
Angle
see,
of incidence.
this is the angle which is called angle I. And angle I means to say,
Angle of
Angle of
incidence.
incidence.
angle of incidence. Angle of incidence, and the angle between the reflected ray and normal is called angle R, and the name of this angle is angle
Angle
of
of reflection.
Angle of reflection.
reflection. And beta, now the angle made by the reflected ray with the normal, or first we can say that the angle made by the reflected ray with normal, with the mirror, and the angle made by the incident ray with the mirror. Okay. Now the angle made by the incident ray with mirror is called glance angle of incidence. What is called as glance angle of incidence. Yes or no, beta? And the angle made by the reflected ray with mirror is called is called glance angle of
Reflection.
reflection. Glance angle of reflection. And the point at which the rays of light like incident ray, normal, and reflected ray strikes, it is called
Point of
the
incidence.
point of incidence. Point of incidence. And when we increase the rays of light in the direction of incident ray, and incident ray, the direction of incident ray is like this. Yes or no, beta?
Yes, sir.
This is the direction of incident rays, and the angle made by the reflected ray with the direction of with the initial direction of incident rays is called, this is the angle made by the reflected ray with the initial direction of the incident ray is called angle of deviation. It is called angle of deviation.
सर आप एक बार फिर से एंगल ऑफ डेविएशन एक्सप्लेन करोगे?
Second.
Sir, our point of incidence is
1 second. Okay, now the angle made by the reflected ray with the initial direction of the incident ray. Yes or no, beta? Here, this is the initial direction of incident ray.
यस सर समझ गया.
Yes, and this is the initial direction of incident ray and the direction of the reflected ray like this. So the angle between the reflected ray and the initial direction of incident ray is called angle of deviation.